Hello everybody and welcome back to Hoot and Pantai. So today we've got a lot to do, and I think we're going to be in this month now in April for probably the next couple of episodes because we've got a lot of things that we've got to sort out. We managed to sort out a few things in the last episode. We sorted out the grass. Grass is all looking good, so that's something we've got to tackle. We've got this grass field, that one, that's germinated. Yeah, there's a lot of things going on now. It gets to the point where sometimes, like wintertime, you have nothing to do, and then all of a sudden it's like everything's to be done. Now, first thing I'm going to do is go flood this, because I want to get a worker sorting this out. So let's go flood this baby. So this is obviously going to be all wet rice. We're going to use a special planter and harvester to sort this one out. We're going to work on this one, but first it needs to be flooded. So while that's filling up, let's go do something. And you might have noticed that from the last episode, this has changed. Now, I still have my other one. It's still sat, it's there. Because I love that thing. That thing's ace. But I have had to go and invest some money, which we're not exactly short of at the minute, in this. Because I completely forgot that thing is, well, I think it was FS22. It used to be a planter and a seeder. It used to do everything. But now it doesn't do everything. It literally does all like your cereal crops, wheat, barley and all that kind of stuff. This, we need a planter now to do the corn and sorghum and stuff like that. So that's why I've got this. But, strangely, this thing is modded so it does do everything. Now you're probably thinking, well, Craig, boy, just get rid of the other one and have this. This is bigger. This is like 18 meters. That one's 8. Which I could do. I do like them other ones. We're going to see how this thing performs. It does take liquid fertilizer, and it does obviously take seed. Obviously, it's going to take seed. The only thing I'm concerned about is if I put it on a worker's going to try and use the liquid fertilizer in the field, even though it's fully fertilized. But if I don't go and put anything in this, like liquid fertilizer, the worker's going to moan and go, there's no liquid fertilizer, so it won't work. Yeah, it's a bit of a dodgy one, this. So we might have to just do this myself, because obviously we're fully fertilized. So we've got a cornfield we need to do over here. I'll be honest, I have no idea how we actually get into... I am just going to have to go across this little bit of water. Are we meant to just literally run down the field? How the heck do we get into this? Does the map tell me? Yeah, I'm guessing then we just run between the fields there. Should have done, but not to worry. We'll just look away if this pains you. But we'll just go across here. It's not that bad. It's not that deep. Nice and gentle. There we go. Right, let's go and open her up. Now, I don't think this is going to put fertilizer down when I do it, because it's going to know it doesn't need it. Or is it still going to try and put it down even though it doesn't need it? I'm not sure. Normally, I just have like the planters and seeders that don't have anything in, and then we come across after and sort it. So we might have to try and eject it. I don't know. I mean, it's going to need to stay in if I want a worker doing this. Yeah, it's a little bit tough to know what to do, really, because if we want a worker doing it, it's going to have fertilizer in. They're going to have to put fertilizer down. Oh, all the issues. Let's have a look then. Let me just try it myself. One headland. Yeah, is one headland going to be enough? We'll give it a go and see. It's quite a big boy, this is. We'll lock it on, we'll turn it on, drop it down, and we'll set cruise control, and off we go. Yeah, it is putting the fertilizer down. Look, fertilizer, it wasn't that much. Let's just let it do it. It was actually, to be honest, it was actually quite tricky to fill up the fertilizer and the seed. It kept wanting to do the fertilizer first and would allow me to do the seed after. It was very tricky, so I had to put both in. It's not the end of the world. I know this is already fertilized. I know it seems like a complete waste because I'm throwing fertilizer down when I don't need to. But come on, 622,000 in the bank. We're not short on money, so we can sort of waste it, so not too bad. Right, this looks to be doing pretty well. I like the lines. This is corn for you, so we'll get corn in here. Shouldn't take too long, this shouldn't. There we go, so there's one headland done then. I must admit, this thing is actually quite nice. It does seem to, like, cover a lot. The bar itself does seem to flex a lot, so it will, like, contour with the ground quite well. Maybe then because this does do everything. maybe we do get rid of the other one and we move on and have this as a permanent thing. It's quite nice. I mean, it is getting through the fertilizer. Like I said, we're not going to worry. I know it's a waste of money, but we're not doing too bad at the minute. And yeah, this obviously will be quite good. That bridge is weird when the camera just goes straight through it. But it's definitely covering a lot more ground. Like I said, with it flexing as well, it kind of contours to the fields, so you don't end up missing bits. It actually turns better than I thought. I thought it was going to be a bit of an issue on turning, because the other one, having a 3-point hitch, is normally quite good on the turning. Where this one, because it's only a single point hitch, can normally be a bit of an issue when trying to turn. It catches itself, but it isn't actually doing too bad. It's a lot better than I thought it was going to be. So if we have a look here, look, you can literally pretty much lock it right over, and yeah, it follows quite nicely actually. So I'm impressed. I'm impressed. And as you can see, we're getting through this pretty well. We'll have a look on the map and double check in just a second when we've done this run here to see how things are looking. Seed's definitely not going down as much as I thought it would do, and I think it's 18.2 meters. But if we have a look on here, oh, 18. Yeah, okay, I'm sure it said 18.2. And you know, come on, who's getting fussy about the 0.2? So we've done a few runs. We've done one headland. One headland I think was enough really, because it does turn quite sharp. So you see we stop here now. We're still within the field if we want to try and turn around for the next one. So we don't have to go out of the field much at all. So yeah, there's probably no need to do more than one headland. And it turns around. Look at that, we're pretty much straight on the next line. Yeah, that's pretty good. Let's have a quick look at the map. I mean, look at that already. We've been going for what, a few minutes? And already a good chunk of the field is done. See, look, I've just been talking about that. I'm already got myself a flustered now. I forgot to drop it down, lock onto that, and then cruise control it. There's only a few buttons you need to remember, but it's in the order you need to remember. And I keep sort of locking it onto the line and then setting cruise control and forgetting to drop it down. That's the crucial one. Anyway, let's get this one done because we've got this to do. We've got another cornfield to do because we're going to use one to chaff it with a forage harvester, and maybe because the money we've got we'll be able to buy outright our forage harvester. Need to think about that, because how often are we going to be doing this? How much silage do we need? We've still got, was it 1.8? Is it 1.8 million litres of TMR? Oh, I'm going to have a look now. Okay, not quite. 1.3 million, because I did put, I think, a good 500,000 in the cow food. If we have a look on here, what we got on here. Yeah, I did put about 500,000 in. We're down to 371,000. So it's not bad, really. So maybe we don't need to worry too much. We have got grass fields, which we can also turn into bales to be able to make silage. So I definitely think we'll use this one to do into chaff. Maybe for now we'll just lease the forage harvester. We're going to go do another field of corn as well, because I want to turn it into leave it as proper corn, get the harvester, put it into our new grain mill / bakery, so then we can actually turn that into corn flour, and then try these new corn tortillas. I don't think I'm saying that right. The little wraps anyway. We'll give them a go and see how they get on. We've got some sorghum to do. We've got a long grain rice field and a wet grain rice field to do. Yeah, there's quite a lot, but just think when we come to harvest. Oi, the combine's going to be busy. Alright, let's just go and see if we can sort this. Just before we do this one, before we carry on here, I'm going to go and have a quick look and see if that rice paddy field has been flooded, because if it's been flooded, we might be able to go and start I need to drop the camera down just a smidge. Oh dear. If you're kind of wondering how that's happening, and you probably see if you play the game yourself, it kind of zooms in and out when you try and hit collisions. That's because I've got the, what's the mod now? It's the, oh, do you know what? I can't remember what it's called. It's the additional, like, settings mod. Yeah, it's this one here. It's the additional settings mod. I think, obviously, it's only available for PC. But it allows you at the bottom here where it says gameplay. It allows you to basically go and turn off camera collisions. So the camera just goes through everything. It doesn't actually... That's why the bridge sometimes looks funny. It's like the camera goes through the bridge it doesn't actually collide with it and zoom in and out. So it's good for that, and that's really the only thing I'd use it for. You can change the HUD if you don't like the green. You can go and change it, and you can pick whatever colour you want, I think. Never really kind of looked into this. How do we go and change this on here? Yeah, so if you want, go and change it to light blue. You can now see all the corn liquid fertilizer, the speedo, and everything. It's all gone light blue. So if you want to do stuff like that, you can do. Again, I just leave that all as normal because I just literally didn't want the camera to keep zooming in and out when we go past things. And we're not doing bad. She's looking good. She's getting wet, but not quite wet enough. We needed to wait till just a little bit more before we can set a worker on that. I think we're going to just have to... Oh, it's blocked in as well, and the tractor's down the field. Just close your eyes. Don't look at this. There we go. I'm not even sure really if we're going to need this. If we're going to move on to that planter that's got liquid fertilizer in it. Yeah, I'll hold on to it just in case. Let's just go drag this thing out. So we're not going to need the harvester for a little while. This is what we're going to need. Oh, you can see... Oh, she's getting wetter. Oh, maybe when you get closer, actually, it doesn't quite look like that. We've got enough to start with there. We don't need... If I'm right in thinking, this is... Yeah, it's 100% fertilized, so... Again, we might have the same issue. I don't know if a worker's going to work on this machine because it's got no fertilizer in. Maybe doing all these fields and buying them all when they were all fully fertilized might not have been the best idea then. Unless we're doing it all ourselves. But this, I really want to try and get a worker on because it is quite a mission. So we'll just leave that for a little bit longer. Let it get a little bit wetter. And then we'll check back in just a second. So that's the cornfield all done and dusted, all planted, fully fertilized, all ready to go. Now we're going to have to go and jump back across this again. Do we go do long grain rice, or do we go and do the other cornfield while we're set to corn? It doesn't make a difference. It's a matter of pushing a couple of buttons. Yeah, you know what? We're going to go back up this way. We're going to have a look at this field up here. We're going to do this as corn as well. But what we'll do is obviously we'll forage harvest the cornfield we just done, literally on the last stage before it's fully done. This one we'll let it go full term. And then we're going to turn this into obviously corn to put into the new bakery. How's that looking? Is that looking pretty good? She's looking quite wet to me. Is that going to be enough? Might need to leave it a little bit longer. I'm not sure if it's quite there yet. I think we need to wait until it's actually stopped. So we need to wait until the actual... pump thing is actually stopped completely. Then it's at the right level. So we'll give this a go. Just double check and see. Make sure for starters. This is my field, isn't it? I'm not nicking somebody else's field. Yeah, I do believe I own pretty much all these up here. So we've got this one, rice fields to the left of us, and then 2 fields just in front of us are going to be sorghum in both of them because that's going to be feed for the chickens. And then we are literally going to cover so much area. So let's just leave that for a second. Yeah, she's still going. It's getting there. Now, I mean, technically we can... You know what, actually, yeah, let's try that. Let's just go and give it time a little quick fast forward. Try and fill this up a little bit quicker. There we go. Look at that. That didn't take too long. There you go. So that's now stopped. That should be full. Yep. So we should be able to get into this now and set this on a worker. I'm literally just going to... I'm going to see how this goes. We're going to literally just dump it in here. And then we'll just go and activate this. We'll go on to worker. We'll let the worker do what they want. They want to do 3 headlands. Work headlands. Do we start with headlands? Yeah, start with headlands and then go up and down. So, worker, go. Yeah, there we go. Off he goes. Are we starting right here? Oh, yes. Very nice. I'm glad I'm not the only one having the issue with these little, like, edge bits here. It keeps catching and starts pulling you over. Well, we've got plenty of rice saplings on the back of that shelf there. We have got the greenhouse, which, again, can give us some more. While we're here, so quick run round and see. How many actually have we got on this shelf? I've not done this for a little while, so I've lost track of what we've actually got. Oh, my word. How many is that? 32. I've got a feeling that's going to be enough. Or it's definitely going to do this one go, isn't it? 32. I mean, if it doesn't, I'm going to be quite shocked. So let's start this thing off then. Let's get this done. So we're still set to corn. We'll start her up. We'll drop her down. We'll lock her onto the line. And away we go. Now I'm going to try a worker and see what a worker does. We're going to do a headland. Now I haven't actually set this one up, so I'm assuming it's still going to be the same one headland and then up and down. So I'll do the headland and then we'll see what a worker does going up and down. It should still work because there's still fertilizer. It's still putting the fertilizer down even though we don't need it. I will double check when we get to the end here, but I'm pretty sure we go and have a look on here once it's saved. I mean, look at that one pass already. That is a size and a half. We go on to here, yeah, cultivator, yeah, see, everything's fertilized, which benefits for that one. And obviously the worker didn't moan that it had got no fertilizer in the machine, which I thought he would do. Unless that's been improved, because I'm sure they used to on FS22, I'm sure they used to moan and go, oh, there's no fertilizer in it. It's a machine that needs fertilizer, and you had to put it in. Maybe they don't now. Maybe I could have got away without putting it in. Well, we'll see anyway, because the worker's not set to take any money from me for, like, filling up fertilizer like you can do. Let's just see. Lock it on, do that. Right, we'll go around and get this headland done, and then we'll come back and we'll try and get a worker to work. We'll see how we get on. So that's one headland complete then of this cornfield. Let's go and see if we can start. We'll bend it right around here. This one's going to be a little bit tricky. It's going to slightly overlap. But I'm going to see now if a worker can take over from here. What do we think? Possible? Not possible? Let's turn it off. Let's reset this then. Go back onto worker. Headlands, no, off. And start with up and down. If we press OK and then we go work, jump out quick. Are you going to carry on from there, or are you going to get yourself sorted out? Looking promising. Oh yeah. Yes. Okay, so the work is going to carry on with that one then, which is looking pretty good. Like I said, it's going to slightly overlap because of how the lines are done, but not to worry. Now, it did flash up in this one to say workers ran out of seeds, so let's just see if we can go through. And oh yeah, of course, I can't get into this vehicle. It's one of them vehicles that you can turn off. So what we're going to need to do then is we're going to need to, if I can remember, how do we work this thing? We don't need that many. Let's just go drop 4 for now. We can only get 3. We shouldn't really be lifting these, but let's just see. Let's go take it over to here. And then if we plonk it down here, as you can see, the worker has finished. Which is, it didn't get very far at all, actually. We'll go fill this up. Think one pallet fits the whole thing full. Think. Yeah. Okay, so if we start and then press the worker again, I'm hoping they should still be programmed to carry on from where he left off. It's looking that way. Now we can set this worker to do like fill up itself, which means obviously it's going to charge me, and it's probably going to charge me an absolute fortune, but we don't need to. We've got so many like pallets, like rice saplings there. Yeah, it's looking good. I'm hoping then the 32 that we've got there should be enough for this. We're just going to have to keep an eye on that worker and see how he gets on. So, if the worker's doing that one and the worker's doing this one, I was going to say, technically we could do some grass cutting. I keep thinking about my grass cutter, to be honest, because we've got this one. But we could get like a big swather. You know, like the Macdon. We could get that and do that, a big swather, instead of having like that one, because that's smaller, but I do like that. But then we need a tractor to pull it round, which I think I'm going to need to check, actually. How much power does this thing need? 125. And what's this got? Has this got 125? 225. Oh. So we could use this and go cut some grass. Well, like I said, I'm trying to keep these videos a little bit shorter. I don't want to do too much in each video. I want to try and do more videos and a little bit less in each of them, if that makes sense. So, yeah, we might just sort of check back in and see how these guys are getting on. And then we might wrap this one up and then take it from there. And then the next time we come back, we'll carry on. Got 2 sorghum fields to do. We've got some grass to do. I might even have a go at doing the grass like off camera. We have seen a lot of grass work. You never know. We've got enough money as well. I might go and get a Macdon. Ooh, I don't know. We'll see. So things are going pretty well in the field here. The worker is doing well in the cornfield. We've got pretty much most of it done, as you can see. Just this little section here. One thing I did find. He did come up and say the work has stopped. I'm like, ooh, which work is this? And it was this one here. And that's because it ran out of liquid fertilizer. So it looks like if you want a worker to actually work, they will need the liquid fertilizer in. Even though this is like fully done, this field, because the machine's like takes liquid fertilizer and it's not got any in, it will stop. So that's one thing I need to remember, that if we're going to be using this thing, I don't need to fully fertilize the field. This will do it. At the minute, I am just wasting liquid fertilizer because I want a worker to do this. And we don't really need the liquid fertilizer because it's already fully fertilized. So that's something to remember for next time. But I bought the fields already done, so not the end of the world. We've got enough money. Now, let's just go tab through to this one here. I can't tab through to this guy here because his vehicle's locked. Because it's not something we use all the time. He's doing alright. He does run out of rice saplings pretty quick. But, you know, we only just put one more in since I last showed you. So, yeah, you can see he's doing alright. Nice and slow, as you do. Now, I was just having a quick look at this Macdon. Now, it is a DLC. I don't have it. But it's only like $5, so it's not anything massive. But I was just having a look. So, the swather for the grass, it's only 5 meters. And... well, this one I've got here, which does swathing as well, is 7 meters. So we're still, really, that Macdon's not going to help. We're still bigger than the Macdon as it is, what we've got. So either because we've got this amount of money, we either go for one of them big chrome Big M's at like $500,000 and literally drain all my money, or we just stick with this. Personally, I think we just stick with this. But we don't really need to swath it because we've got them and the baler. That'll pick up the wide swath, so we'll just wide swath it. Wide swath it? Or just wide spread it? Now, we could use this. It's got enough power. I really do want to upgrade it and get another tractor, a newer one, because this is done... how many hours is this done? 223. Yeah, that's quite a lot. So I'm thinking trade it in for something with a bit more horses. And something maybe a little bit newer. Should we do it? We've got the money. How much can we get for this old girl then? I mean, look, it's a good tractor. It's done a lot of hours. It's a little bit slow and under horsepowered, but it is good. And it was a great tractor to start with. So let's go and just redo that. About 25 grand we can get for this. Okay, it's not bad. Sell. Yeah, there we go. Right, let's go and have a look for something new. So this is what I've gone for then. It is a Fendt 1000. Well, it says 1050, but in the description it says 1000. Okay, 1050. It's the S4. It is a chunky boy. 517 horses. Doesn't she look beautiful? Look at that. Some big chunky, like 1.2 ton weights on the back there. Oh, it looks good. Let's go and have a look inside. What's it look like inside? Oh, yes. Look at this. I like. It's looking good. Right, well, we'll leave that at the back. It's a lot easier. We'll go outside. Start her up. Didn't think she was going to start there. It's like it's brand new. Nice. Yeah. This looks an awesome addition. This is... Oh, I like it. And she shifts as well. Yeah, I'm happy with the purchase. It wasn't the cheapest thing. It's about 415,000. But I like. This is really good. I do like the fence. I really do. Oh, it looks like our rice guy's finished. Stop that there for now. He's gone home for the day, so we're going to have to just use this. Let's just go and give us another lift. Oh. How rude of you to go and take that back off me. Let's just go and see if we can get 3 more out. Let's go and put this back over to him. This is going to take quite a while in this kind of sense because, yeah, we're going to have to do this quite a lot. So let's go fill it up again. Now, as we've said before, you can see it's overlapping, but it doesn't matter too much. Let's go start the worker off there. We're getting a different worker every single time here. Oh, my bad. On the map there. Yeah, worker's doing right there. Okay. So, this is nice. I like it. What about the other worker here? Are we finished? Are we all done? It's looking like it. Look at that. Oh, yes. Just think of the money that we're going to get from the corn on here. We've got wheat, we've got grass, we've got obviously more corn there. We're going to get rice over here. Let's go and fold this up then. Sorghum's going into the field to the right and that one straight ahead. And then the big field is going to be long green rice. So I think for now then, we will literally... We're going to move this over here out the way. And we'll just go leave this on here because this field's got nothing in. So we'll leave that there for now. We need to also sort out some more fields. But I think for this episode, I think that's going to wrap this one up. And then we'll come back next time. We'll finish off these 2 sorghum fields. And we'll look forward to planting that massive rice field. And then I think that's all our fields done. While we get workers doing some of this, then we can tackle some of the grass. We'll test out our new fend. So yeah, sounds pretty good. If you want to join me for that one, then please do. Give it a thumbs up if you're enjoying this one. Leave your comments below. And if you're not subscribed, please do consider subscribing. It really does help out the channel. Thank you so much for your support. Thank you so much for watching. See you back here in the next one.